So for those who follow my page, understand that I'm a big proponent of doing a lot of time training for my system, and my system's called the Lion-Strong Fusion Training Method, which is basically here. I do have programs that basically cover a lot of the topics that I've spoken about and what I'll be copying in this video. But for this particular video, we're going to talk about why doing time training, or not counting repetitions, and doing your workouts in a fashion in which you're focusing on trying to get as many reps as you can, but specifically having a particular time frame which do these workouts. So in other words, when you do these time training, the one benefit that people don't talk about is the injury prevention aspect. Now, what do I mean by that? What I simply mean is when people typically do their workouts, right? They will do their 3 sets of 10 or whatever number in their head. You know, they say that I'm going to go for this number, go for that number. Now, you don't realize you're doing this, but when you go for a particular number, you're just trying to get that number by any means necessary, okay? So in other words, if you're getting 10 reps, you're trying to get to that destination as fast as possible. It's only, you know, we're humans. We're trying to get to the goal and accomplish the goal. But the difference is when you go from just doing 10 reps to doing 2 minutes, 3 minutes, what happens is you understand mentally that the set's going to be a longer set. So you're more focused on trying to survive it. So in other words, you're trying to do every rep controlled. You're trying to do every rep with good execution, and you're focusing on doing every repetition with the 3 movements that go along with every repetition. What are the 3 parts of every repetition or every movement? You have the concentric, you have the eccentric, and you have the isometric, okay? People don't know about this, so I'm gonna explain what that means. So let's take a bicep curl, right? When you do a bicep curl, okay, the part where you're going up like this, that's called the concentric or the positive, okay? So the part where you're coming down, you're controlling it, that's called the eccentric. Now, when you, the part of the movement where when you go up and you're squeezing the bicep, that's called isometric, hence the name. I'm sure you guys heard of this, iso holds, you know, people who can't do pull-ups, they'll just hold themselves at a top position. Those are called iso holds. And the part of the movement that actually contributes to most of the muscle tissue breakdown or a lot of the growth and soreness you feel is in the eccentric, which is the lowering, and the isometric, which is the squeezing. So now, why is this important? Because when you're doing every single repetition and you're focused on trying to squeeze, you're trying to really develop that mind-muscle connection. That's how you build muscle. That's how